Yo guys, slyroh, you already know that today we are back playing some more Master Detective Archive Rain Code. On the last time, we did a second investigation with Vivia in ghost form, looking around places that weren't the scene of the crime, to see if we got any more information. I don't know if we did, but I guess we're going to find out, because I have a feeling that we are soon going to be entering into the Mystery Labyrinth.
Everything I could.
So we'll see.
Knew it. You didn't get any clues for the case.
We have learned a lot here.
What?
Yeah, there was like 4 different solution keys that I got. Weren't you paying attention, Shinigami?
We learned.
That's all I can do to help. After all, I'm more interested in the story than the truth. I think we should return to our bodies soon. There's not much time left.
Oh, then I'll go back too.
Alright. We have finished. Back to our bodies we go. And, yeah. I guess we're just going to tell everybody about what happened. And, we'll see what happens then. Should be exciting. I'm actually looking forward to getting through another Mystery Labyrinth, because once I'm past that, it's like, that's like chapter 5. That's like, we're getting towards the end game, which is super exciting. Anytime I get towards the end of like any video game, I always get excited. I don't know, just that sense of completion. And the sense of getting to start something new. It's all very, very exciting.
Hey, you're back. How'd the investigation go? Well, I managed to get a lot more information thanks to Vivia's help. Whatever, just tell us what you found. We don't have time. Sure.
Okay. I wonder why it's in such a hurry. I wonder if Chief Yako's
So
status is declining.
Us directly to the culprit. Oh, damn.
Yeah, sorry. If only we could get a glimpse of Dr. Weska's computer.
What could we learn from that?
The security logs. They should be saved on the doctor's computer.
Yeah.
If we could check the logs, we could clearly see the security system status. With that, we may be able to figure out when and how the culprit entered the lab.
That would be super helpful.
Can't you check the logs with that computer instead?
No.
I can see that the log file exists, but you must log on to the doctor's computer to see what's inside.
You were in the doctor's lab. Why didn't you check his computer?
You can't interact with objects like that.
We cannot touch anything while using spectral projection. So obviously, we couldn't mess with a computer either.
Well, why didn't you possess a peacekeeper in the room and make him order the others to do it?
That's not how it works.
Don't be unrealistic, please. The ghost form isn't all powerful.
Although I guess Shinigami could have done that.
It cannot take over someone else's body, nor...
Although Shinigami might only really be able to do that with dead bodies. I don't know if she can take over alive bodies.
In fact, you weren't able to hear the conversation between Yuma and me when we were using spectral projection.
Master, I think you should carefully remember that spectral projection trait.
Huh? Why do you say that?
No reason. I just have a feeling.
What do you mean? Ghost form traits are, as heard from Vivia, there are several limitations. I don't understand why this would be a key. I'm very worried that they're somehow setting up Vivia as the culprit. I don't know if I'm just reading way too far into it in the wrong direction, but like...
Someone has to go back there and look at the doctor's computer.
Why else would that be a key?
That's basically jumping right into enemy territory.
Unless Vivia's going to be set up as like the red herring culprit, and then we use that to be like, oh, he spectral projected killed Dr. Weska, and then we'll be like, oh, but he couldn't have like stabbed him with a knife. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking way too far into it. Oh, are the peacekeepers here?
This is bad. His heartbeat.
Are you serious? Is the chief gonna be all right?
Don't just stand there!
Right.
Chief, please stay with us.
How is that helping?
It's only a matter of time to begin with, but it looks like that time has come.
Halara's like, help me. And so they're like, yes, absolutely. And then they just come over and just like kneel there being like, oh no, don't leave.
It'll be over for everyone. Chief Yako, Halara, Fubuki, Tetsuhiko, and even Vivia. I refuse to let it end without saving anyone.
To be honest, even if you want to go to the Mystery Labyrinth, you don't have enough clues.
Really?
So you're saying we can't do anything until we check the doctor's computer?
Hey, Master.
Hmm.
You've always been relying on others until now. Isn't it time for you to do this yourself?
And how am I gonna do that?
You may be a trainee, but you're still a detective. Try to save everyone on your own.
Okay.
On my own?
How are we gonna do this?
Nah, I guess you're not the type. Just teasing ya.
Yuma's gonna do it. Ooh.
Yuma, what's wrong?
I'm heading back to check the doctor's computer. We have to find the final clue.
What are you gonna do about the peacekeepers there?
Wow.
Wait, are you heading in there as yourself? Do you know what you're doing, Yuma? It's all over if you go out there and get caught.
Thanks to our investigation while in ghost form, I have an idea where the peacekeepers are located. Now is our only chance before Yomi comes back with.
But there's two of them in the lab.
All right. I'll leave the investigation to you, Yuma.
Hey, are you sure about this?
Our hands are full just trying to treat the chief. We have no choice but to leave it to Yuma. The doctor's computer should have the security log and other important data hidden inside.
Right, I'll see to it.
I shall join you. That way if you get caught, I can use my forte.
No, Fubuki. Please save your power for when everyone is in danger. I'll be fine.
Reversing time takes a lot of energy, right? It should be saved as a last resort.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll stay here as well.
Why? You should go.
There is nothing for me to do. Besides, even if we found the truth, it would not improve the situation here.
So you're just gonna give up? You gotta be kidding.
I mean, he gave up from the start. He told you that.
Fine. I won't waste time asking you anything anymore. Just go to sleep or whatever. Yuma, you're our only hope. Show him you're no longer just a rookie.
Right, I'm heading off now.
Master, you're acting pretty cool.
I am a detective after all. Well, a trainee one.
Seems like my training is working.
He says that he's a trainee, but I feel like he's done more detective work than any of the actual detectives. Like, at what point are we not a trainee? Especially since we're not even working under anybody. Like, we've been doing all of this ourselves.
Oh, and Master? Regarding the clumsy girl's time rewinding power, you should probably keep that in mind too.
I don't like that Shinigami is being like, oh, keep these things in mind. Is it just setting up that they're all gonna die and I'm gonna be left on my own?
Huh? Why?
And there's a chance that I'll just be able to use everybody's power as like a super coalescence?
It probably has nothing to do with the case. Just a feeling.
Oh gosh.
You know, just in case.
Sure.
Huh. It was used while controlling Amapao, but that shouldn't have done anything, right? I don't think so. Oh boy.
Alright, let's move carefully so the peacekeepers don't spot us.
Oh, I don't like stealth sections like this. Okay. I'm gonna assume that there's peacekeepers down this way. There almost definitely has to be.
Master! They'll spot
Okay,
you.
alright. They'll spot me if I go that way. What about this way? Oh, and then there's one there. Yeah, so I have to go this way. Can I just go around this way? The game's gonna stop me if I'm about to get caught. Alright, this is actually a lot better than I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be like a full, like, dodge the peacekeepers minigame. Oh, that was actually really easy. Ooh, very scary. What are we doing about these peacekeepers in here, by the way? You know, the ones in the lab? There was two of them. And I think if they were going to leave, they were also going to take the body with them. So, you know, what's the deal here?
I managed to get here without being seen, but there should be more peacekeepers up ahead. I better keep moving and stay out of sight.
So we're just going to keep going in? Okay.
Wait, what if some toxic gas is still lingering around? Nah, just kidding.
Okay, so now I'm in here. So what's the plan now? They're definitely still in there.
I knew it. There are still
some peacekeepers. But once I'm at the computer, I'll be in their blind spot.
And I just won't make noise?
How are you going to get past them?
I just need to reach the computer without being seen.
This mission is impossible. Master, you gotta make sure you don't get clumsy.
Alright, whatever.
There's no time. We need to hurry up and check the doctor.
I'm just gonna assume...
All that's left
Okay,
is
I was gonna say, I'm just gonna assume the game's gonna let me do this.
Who's there?
Good job.
Oh no!
Looks like we're going to the Mystery Labyrinth after all.
Jeez, I told you not to get clumsy.
You're that terrorist detective. How did you get here?
I'll catch you and report to Director Yomi.
Master, you'll have to take a chance in the Mystery Labyrinth.
Wait, I didn't check the computer yet. I have to do that before going to the Mystery Labyrinth.
Then what are you gonna do?
What do I do?
That's a great question. Also, so what? We go to the Mystery Labyrinth, we solve the crime, and then what? How is that changing what the Peacekeepers are going to do? Also, last time, Desumiko was able to, like, attack one of the Peacekeepers, and we were able to just, like, run past.
Just come quietly. Resistance is futile.
Is somebody going to come save me?
What's the map?
Vivia? Yep, it's Vivia.
Vivia!
Sheesh. What a pain. I want to die someday.
We always get bailed out by somebody else.
Vivia, you came to help me?
I always like to keep this syringe in my pocket.
He walks around with a syringe. He's like a walking cop magnet.
I know I should leave you alone, but curiosity got the best of me. You are like death itself.
You said that before, but I'm not the death detective.
No matter. I will be a witness to the end. Once you obtain the truth, I'll see if you choose to scream or fall silent.
I don't get what you mean, but you really saved me. And now I can check the doctor's computer.
Are you gonna let me
Vivia really
check
got
the
to
doctor's
save
computer? You don't seem happy about that, Vivia.
It's not locked. Oh, thank goodness.
No one could enter this room, so he didn't need to set a password.
Time to check it out. Let's see. Security log, reference folder 1, folder 2, folder 3.
Well, what are you looking at? And what did you find out?
Well, basically, when the security system is turned on or off, it automatically records the date and time in the log.
Okay.
So if someone cut the security and entered this room without permission, it would be recorded in the log.
Uh-huh. I don't really get it. I'm not into modern machines and stuff.
Huh? What's going on here?
Does everything look the same?
What's wrong?
The only instance of the security being switched off was an hour ago. It hasn't been turned back on since. So, that means this must have been when I used Amapal to disable the security.
Right. So what?
Well, the last time security was cut was 90 days ago.
It wasn't cut any time before that.
90 days?
Which means that security was up for at least 90 days before I disarmed it.
So then the culprit couldn't have gotten in because even opening the door, like, that does count as disabling the security, right? Wait, maybe not. No, because this folder was when we cut off the power with Amapal, but it doesn't have the log for when we opened the door with Amapal. Okay.
There wasn't a single moment that security was cut during that time.
So that just means that if the culprit got in through the security system, that they just were able to solve all of the traps. Somehow.
That man was cooped up in here for 90 days? He's a bona fide shut-in.
That's not the problem here. There's no record of anyone coming in and out of this room. There should be a log of the hitman entering before we did. Since there isn't, the doctor couldn't have been murdered here. It's the perfect, impossible crime.
From the looks of it, it appears we have strayed further from the truth. The files are formatted to prevent editing. There doesn't appear to be signs that the log was rewritten.
We've checked the data, but it's just made the crime even more impossible.
And thus, the mystery deepens. Hysterical.
It's not over yet. There could be more secret data. Halara even mentioned it.
We don't have all day though.
His emails haven't been deleted. He's been communicating a lot with the same person.
Ooh.
One message is fairly recent too.
From alright, to Doctor. Doctor, we have trouble. Someone has discovered our deal. You should go into hiding for the time being. And that's why he was trying to leave. It appears it's time to call it quits. We've profited enough from this already. It's too dangerous to leak research and confidential information any longer. I shall fully withdraw from here. With this money, I will fund my new research. That was from the Doctor. Are the rumors true? You intend to leave Kanai Ward? Doctor, don't tell me you're plotting to take the research and run. I already know this, but you have nowhere to go. What's the matter, Doctor? Are you ignoring me? I will not permit any betrayal. I've told you before, but you have nowhere to run. Prepare yourself. Uh-oh. This sounds kind of threatening.
Quite a suspicious exchange. I'm sure Doctor refers to Dr. Huesca, but who is the anonymous person?
The address is just random characters jumbled together. It'd be hard to figure out who the person is just from this.
The Doctor spoke to a mysterious person about leaking research and confidential information.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, Makoto mentioned something similar.
Well, this is just a rumor, but someone in Amaterasu Corporation is
Ah.
working behind the scenes with Dr. Huesca.
If only we could go ask Makoto more about that.
I don't know what they're plotting, but if this rumor is true, they must be dealt with eventually.
So his suspicions were right. Searching through the backlog of the emails, this appears to have been going on for over 5 years.
Wow.
But it seems like their relationship soured about 6 months ago. I guess the Doctor wanted to cut ties.
So the Doctor plotted to leave Kanai Ward, and this anonymous tried to stop him.
It's more like he directly threatened him, if you ask me.
Okay. Alright, so we do have some suspicious emails.
Anonymous be the one who hired the hitman?
The Doctor betrayed him, so he sought to kill the Doctor.
And maybe this anonymous person knew the answers to all the security stuff and was able to tell the hitman that.
The Doctor didn't show
Okay.
himself in here just for research. He did it to protect himself.
He felt Anonymous posed a threat, so he barricaded himself in a lab with impenetrable security.
Oh, wait. Yeah, maybe the security was put in after he was starting to, like, you know, freak out about everything.
That also makes sense.
But he sure didn't act like someone living with a death threat, right?
Either he was that confident in his security, or it was just a facade. Regardless, this Anonymous is very suspicious. If only we could find out who this is.
Even if that person hired the hitman, we still don't know how he got inside.
True, that is the biggest puzzle here. How did the culprit get through such perfect security and murder the Doctor? If we don't figure that out, the case can't be solved and our innocence can't be proven.
At any minute now, somebody's going to come up from behind and threaten to kill us.
Huh?
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, there it is.
What are you doing here?
You again?
Also, yeah, what are you doing here?
What are you, anyway?
Why would you come back? Well, okay, I know why you would come back in here to check,
Just
but
get in my way. Or was this all fated from the very beginning? No. Fate is just an excuse for defeatists. Alright, fine. You're not just some shit in my path. You're an obstacle in the way of my ideals. A piece of trash. Trash must be dealt with properly before you rot and start to stink! What's your name?
Yuma Cocohead.
I see. I'll make a path through Kanai Ward's sewers with your name on it. Of course, it'll be named after your bones once they're dumped there. Hey! Capture these criminals! I'll execute them on the spot!
if you're going to execute them on the spot, why don't you have a weapon on you?
Shinigami, can you do it?
Of course, Master! We're finally acting like partners!
Here it is.
And of course, it's all thanks to my patient training!
To the mystery labyrinth!
Surprise! Mystery Labyrinth!
Here we go. All right. Gosh, this is gonna be a wild one. I am interested to see how this all comes together. I feel like the last one had a lot of moving parts that I feel came together pretty nicely in terms of like the crime and all that. We'll see how the story of like why, you know, who and how or whatnot, not how, but like the why, like the motive and all that, and like the overarching story. We'll see how that works. But I am just interested to see how the crime itself was like pulled off and how they tie it together, because it's really hard to think as to like how exactly it happened. Every time that I think I have like an answer, I feel like there's something that sort of stops it. So I'm interested to see how it all gets tied together. But I think they've done a pretty good job so far with all the cases in this game. Honestly, the craziest one was probably the prologue one. That one was like a little flimsy with how it was all put together, but it still sort of made sense, and everything else has been really, really good. So we'll see.
I see.
Do you see?
So this is your true power.
Yeah.
Yuma, I knew you were dangerous.
No matter what you say, it's already way too late.
Yep. Here we go. And you're not going to remember this anyway, so it don't matter.
I want to die someday.
I do think Vivia is going to be a pretty decent person to have with us. I mean, Shinigami's just going to make some, like, vampire jokes or whatever. Vivia's going to say that he wants to die someday. But I don't think there's going to be, like, huge arguments or huge, like, tangents of, like, a bunch of random stuff. I don't really know. But all right, I'm getting the option to save the progress here, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to save it and wrap it up. And on the next time, we will start the Mystery Labyrinth for Chapter 4, which is super exciting. Hopefully, you are looking forward to that. If so, let me know. But I'll see you next time. So till then, peace out.